School. I'm your science teacher. We are learning chapter 3 atoms and molecules. Now, what we have learned yesterday, right? What we have learned yesterday, let's see a little more on it. So, we were talk about ions, that what is an ion, okay? What is an ion? So, compound composed of, right, metals or non-metals, they have charged species. The one which is negatively charged is called anion and the one which is positively charged is called cation. Now, what we are going to see next is writing a chemical formula. Okay, writing a chemical formula is a big thing. How? See, if you see the combining power or a capacity of an element is called valency. Now you know every element has some fixed number of protons and every element has a fixed number of protons and electrons in it. We all know that the number of electrons they donate or accept are right, they donate or accepts, either they donate or accepts. So let me show you one here. So here what we are trying to prove is, see, the chemical formula, as what I said, it depends upon the combining capacity of an element. So first of all we learned what is the valency. Valency can be find out of an atom of an element which combine with the atoms of another element to form a compound, right? Now if you see, hydrogen is +1 and oxygen is -2. So what it means is, +1, when you write +1, it means it has one electron. So whenever they have +1 here, it means it is ready to give one electron, ready to give one electron, okay, to give one electron. And when they say minus, it means it is ready to accept 2 electrons. It is ready to accept 2 electrons, okay. Got it what I say? So this is one or two small things you have to understand. First, H plus means it is ready to give one electron, and when you say O2 minus means it is ready to accept 2 electrons. So what we have to do here is, this is, we call it as a valency. Valency, as what I said, is the combining capacity. Valency, as what I said, is the combining capacity of an element is known as its valency. Valency can be used to find out, valency can be used, right, it can be used to find out. Now let us, very simply they have explained you, but it is very beautiful. They say the valency of an atom of an element can be thought of as the hands or arms of an atom, can be thought of as a hands or arms of an atom. If you see, human beings have 2 hands, right, but an octopus has 8. This is just for the example they have taken. If one octopus has to catch hold of few people, how many humans it can lock? Definitely an octopus can lock 4 humans. Why an octopus can 4? Because it has 8 tentacles, right? So it can lock 8. So let's consider the human as H and octopus as O. So what is the chemical formula it can be prepared? The chemical formula we can prepare is OH4. OH4 means, right, OH4. Clearly, because humans, as what I said, how many humans it can accept? 4, catch 4. And how many octopus are there? 1. So that is the reason we can write down OH4, right? So understand this thing, very beautifully explained, that this is how the formula has been prepared. But so it is like the one who give and one will accept, but basically when they give or accept, the overall tendency or overall it will become 0. Yes, that's what matters. The overall it will become 0. So that is what we have to understand first, that overall valency turns out to be 0. Okay. So here what we are trying to say is the overall valency should be 0. So let's see here. For example, in this table, if you see, it has Na, sodium. Sodium has +1, Ka has +1, Lg. So these are the elements which are ready to give 1 electrons. Now hydrogen and hydride. So H can give 1 electron also and fill its orbit, or it can take 1 electron and also complete its orbit, right? Chlorine 1, bromine 1. So when you say minus, means it is ready to accept 1 electron, and when you say +1 means it is ready to give 1 electron. Similarly, there are only not 1 electron, there are elements which are ready to give 2 electrons also. For example, magnesium, calcium. There are elements which ready to give 3 electrons also, like aluminium, iron. Similarly, oxide, sulfur, they are ready to accept 2 electrons, nitrite 3 electrons, likewise. But there are certain ions also that ion also are ready to give or take electrons, right? Ammonium, hydride, nitrate, and all those things. Fine. So let's see ahead. But there are certain rules. If they have certain rules in order, we have to follow those rules also. We have to follow those rules in order to. These rules that you must have to follow while writing the chemical formula. The first thing, the valency or charge on an ion must be balanced. Means 1 plus or 1 minus, but when you take it together, it should be 0. When you take it together, it must be 0. Third, when a compound consisting of a metal and a non-metal, for example, when you say we are combining two things, a metal and a non-metal, for example, calcium oxide, sodium chloride, all these things. Remember one thing, the one which are non-metal, right, should be written last and the metal should be written first. So which alphabet should be written first or last? There are also rules. The first rule, as what I said, the metal should be written first and a non-metal should be written next. Okay. Third, in a compound formed by polyatomic ions, right? Polyatomic ions means it is not single element. There are two elements that mix and become an ion. So when a compound forming a polyatomic ion, right, the number of ions outside the bracket. So basically we are writing that outside the bracket. For example, MgOH twice. This is how you are going to write that. In case the number of polyatomic ion, the bracket is not required, right? If the ion has power only 1, but if the ion has power 2 or 3, it should be written like OH twice or OH thrice, like this. So it depends how it should be combined in that way. Clear? Now, let us prepare certain formulas. For example, if you see H is +1 and Cl is -1. So H is, right, H is +1 and Cl is -1. So we are ready to give 1 electron and this is ready to accept 1 electron. So hydrogen, but when you write down the chemical formula, make sure you write down the chemical formula like this. For example, if I write down H and Cl, it is ready to give 1 electron, it is ready to accept 1 electron. But whenever you have to write down the power should be written in the other way around. So it is HCl, and this is how the chemical formula is prepared. Okay, that is how the chemical formula is prepared. You are getting what I am saying? So this one thing you have to understand, chemical formula, right? Let's see another one. Okay, let me show you another one. Now if you see the next one, what did they say is, just a second. Now here if you see, what we have to do is, okay, have a look. For example, let's take water, H and O. Now this is ready to give 1 and but it is ready to give 2, it is ready to accept 2 electrons, right? Hydrogen is 1 and oxygen is 2. So then what we are going to do, hydrogen 1 and oxygen is 2. So basically, see, it's like hydrogen will give 1 electron, but oxygen needed 2 electrons, right? oxygen needed 2 electrons. So there is no match, right? So we have to balance. So basically we are taking 2 hydrogen, so it will be 2 electrons and 2 electrons. So when you combine a chemical formula, and that is how they used to put a cross at the bottom and we get H2O, getting me? And that is the reason we are putting it like H2O. Got it what I said, right? Let's see few more in our textbook. H2S, can you see? 2 hydrogen and 1 sulfur, because sulfur demand is also the same. Okay, then we will see CCl4. So basically carbon has 4 electrons to give, but chlorine has only 1 accept, so that is why CCl4. Then next MgCl2, right? Mg, right, is ready to give 2 electrons and Cl is ready to accept 1 electron. So basically we need chlorine atoms. So MgCl2. Similarly Al2O3, Al2O3. You are getting what we are writing? Al2O3. Clear? So that is the reason we are writing Al2O3. Okay, getting me what I am trying to say? Al2O3. So understand this small thing here, what they are trying to put, and put an effort here that this is how it will be done. Al2O3, Ca2, but right now see CaS plus 2, O has 2. So you cannot write down here. You may arrive at the formula C2O2, but it is not right. It should be written like this. We will write down CaO. Why we just write down CaO? Because both have the same valency. Ultimately the valency turns out to be 0. That is the reason, right? Then Na plus 1, right, and NO3 minus 1. So it will be NaNO3. So it will be NaNO3. Similarly CaOH twice. So see, basically you, in order to understand things, you just have to see the valencies what they have, how many electrons they are ready to give. Plus means donate, minus means accept, right? When I write plus 1 means it is ready to give 1 electron, and when I write minus 1 it is mean it is ready to accept 1 electrons. Okay, so try to look the same here and try to solve, try to find out the answer for this one. Okay, so in the next what we are going to see is molecular mass and mole concept. Fine, that's it for a day. Thank you so much.